There's something funny going on. I'm not sure what I'm to do. In the dead of night, someone takes a shite and leaves a god-awful mess in my loo. I'm pretty damn sure it's not me, and I don't think that it can be you. So if neither of us are creating this fuss, what the hell am I going to do? Is it a burglar returning each night, or some ghostie or a ghoul quietly lifting the lid and leaving an unfeasibly big stool? Whoever it is, I am beaten. It happens most every night. I wonder what on earth they're eating to leave such a terrible sight. It's not just the look of the thing that creates such a terrible fear. It's when I awake every morning I'm greeted by a horrid atmosphere. The hairs on my nose slightly twinge as I sniff in the horrible smell. There's a mixture of hair that is singed, and chicken biryani as well. There's a touch of something exotic, a little je ne sais quoi. I can't quite put my finger on it. It might be pâté de foie gras. It resists all attempts to flush it, gripping on with amazing zeal. I tried digging at it with a stick. Really quite queasy it made me feel. The wallpaper's starting to peel, and the budgies keeled over and died. It cut right through the smell of Brobat Blue, and my neighbours just broke down and cried. I'm getting to the bottom of this. To be sure, no ifs, ands or buts. I'm sending it off for analysis, with a warning. May contain nuts. I'll have to extract it for sure, for all of its rights or its wrongs. I could use a bin bag, attaching a tag, or a set of long wooden tongs. My grip would have to be certain. My aim would have to be true. There's a risk of soiling the carpet. Oh yes, and it's almost brand new. No sooner removed than posted. There's another next morning fresh laid, steaming and menacingly floating, like a brown, slightly runny grenade. I rushed to check all the windows, and the locks upon all the doors. Could it be floating up through the pipes, about which there must surely be laws? It lays there without a care in the world as it bobs like a swimmer at sea. Who, I say, who is doing this poo? I ask again, who can it be? I'm nearly driven to distraction. My sleep is becoming disturbed. I lie awake every night until it is light, afraid of this unwelcome turd. And sure as little green apples, despite hearing nothing all eve, there it is once again in the toilet. And this one is signed. With love, Steve. So a clue at last to the culprit. But I know no one by that name. Maybe, just maybe, it knows that, and is playing a devilish game. So in sheer desperation, I hire a private detective, who stakes out my loo for an hour or two and eats all my chocolate digestives. Then, in the dead of night, a commotion erupts down the hall, an answer at last to this terrible task. It was me, in my sleep, after all.